Hey guys, what's going on? This is Background Noise episode 286. We've had some technical difficulty, so we're going to kind of rejoin the rest of the cast mid-conversation and who knows what. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. So,
Sound
alright,
resumed.
so I fixed things and the podcast is going again. So,
I was still listening to Mark, Tony. Thank you.
I was muted, so I was just fixing stuff.
No, I'm good shit.
Yeah. Podcast has not been friendly to me the last few weeks, so.
Alright.
Yeah. So, off the top of the show, this unfortunately is the second version of the show. I'm willing to admit that
No, we
this
did
time.
only one take me.
Yeah. So, quickly again, to acknowledge, the rivalry between Sky and Kyle that was, I predicted.
You said the rub it again, don't you? Okay, answer.
Hell
yeah, brother.
Kyle's been on 105 episodes, and Sky's been on 110, which means Sky...
that Mark wins.
Yeah, I was going to say, but means that Mark has been on the third most episodes of Background Noise history.
Yay!
Good
What
for
is
Mark.
my total number at?
117.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
We were catching up, Sky.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are 110 and 105, so...
I'm assuming 4th and 5th, respectively.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. 5th and 6th.
No. Oh. Yeah. 4th is still... Man, Tony, it's weird to think about, like...
People that don't
how
exist.
how this started, because this was just like a thing that we talked about like junior year in high school.
Yeah, I remember being like, I really want to do a podcast.
I'm
then-
like, yeah, sure, I'll be a co-host,
Yeah.
whatever.
And then you, Jacob, and I decided, yeah, we're going to do this stuff. The first ever episode, Background Noise, was recorded on a Sunday around like 12 p.m. in the afternoon.
And we used Skype. That was
Yeah,
it.
we used Skype up until like episode 115 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe like early 100s. And then we moved in here. I don't think we did a few episodes in like Chris's TeamSpeak, but we've used TeamSpeak as a platform since then.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever did like a Discord episode.
No, I don't think so.
No. So yeah, no, it's weird.
So if you ever want to know like our life stories, like just watch the podcast. So,
Yeah.
like, there you go.
That's something I really like about the podcast is it's like a time capsule almost.
It really is. Like, dude, I go back. Sometimes I'll still go back and watch the first episode and just be like, wow, things were different back then.
So different. We were juniors in high school.
We were little babies.
Little babies. None of us legal adults yet.
No, not at all. Probably shouldn't be putting our information up on the internet, but you know, whatever.
It was too late.
We got you.
At that point, it's like, well, you already started, so...
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah. Well, at least, you know, most of us didn't put our address on.
I think you mean everyone but one of us.
Everyone but one of us didn't put our address.
Dude, like, the funny thing is, though, I don't think Kyle's ever met Carrot.
No, I don't think
And I know
so.
Brecken has never met
Yeah.
Carrot. See?
Like, that's
Oh,
person?
dude.
Yeah.
We had a friend called Carrot, and he's the only person ever to have put his address, like, up on podcast.
Yeah, so, and you know how Skype has screen sharing?
Yeah.
He wanted to show us how in the middle of nowhere he lives. So,
Oh.
Yeah.
but
So
it's
he
still at the
screen
top,
shared.
it had his address.
Yeah, he committed.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing.
And that's also where cleverly placed annotations come
Yep.
from.
I'll just put a cleverly placed annotation over your address because no one can X out of that.
And that's what I did.
Yep.
I didn't edit it out of the video. I just
You
put
can
an
still find it.
annotation
You
over
can
it.
still find Carrot's address on the podcast.
The worst part is I remember what episode it is. and I have mentioned it in the past, but I from here on out I think I'm never gonna mention what episode it is again.
Yeah.
If someone wants to take their time and go through every episode.
I mean,
Give
the good
Tony some
news is
views.
you made it a little bit better because you say what hosts are on, like in the YouTube videos. you'll put like what hosts are actually available. So they only have to go through every single podcast with Carrot on it.
Yeah.
But you don't get instructions until like halfway through sometimes.
That's true, but in the description of all the videos, I put who's
Okay.
there.
Gotcha.
So, sorry, Carrot.
This podcast was the start of like a lot of things.
It was.
Like this was the start of the cardboard cutout.
It was. That was birthed, I think, episode 7, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So Mark was on a date.
Yeah.
Which
Man,
we of
high school.
course made
Let
fun
me
of
guess,
him
was it
for.
a girl named
because
Rachel?
None of us were on dates.
It was a girl named Rachel.
It
Yes.
was a girl named
But it was
Rachel,
a
but it
different
wasn't
Rachel.
You've got a
anyone.
3 out of 4
Correct.
chance with my exes. That
Sky's
it was
the
named
only
Rachel.
one here who's ever met that Rachel,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is weird to think.
Yeah, that is weird, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott, you've been here for way too long.
We've known Sky for so long. And this isn't like meant to be funny or thing. I have known Sky longer than I've known you, Brecken.
Yeah, that's one
Yeah,
up for me.
I just it's weird to
Tony, I
think.
got one up on you. I've known Brecken longer than you have.
Yeah,
This is also
this
true.
is true. Yeah,
Also true.
I've known Sky longer than the rest of you have. I've known Kyle longer than the rest of you have.
No,
Now
obviously,
you're
yeah.
flexing.
Hey.
I've known
Jeez.
Mark longer than the rest of you have.
Yeah, I see.
I mean,
Brecken, you're
that's-
actually the only one who I haven't known longer than the rest of everyone.
Yeah, Brecken, why are you here, man? Like, come on.
Wow.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I,
that's fighting words.
Brecken, I
We know where
appreciate
you
you.
live, Sky.
That's true,
it's
yeah.
because I love Brecken, and she's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I thought you loved me.
I do love you,
Heed that as a warning, Brecken. Never trust this man.
Sky. Sky is a scorn lover, Brecken. You have to understand.
He's a
Sky, we
great
love you
teacher.
too.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, Princess Consuela.
The beautiful Princess Consuela.
A quick question: was that character a boy or a girl?
Oh, you mean in
Yes.
D&D?
Yes, from D&D.
That's a great question, Mark.
Only one
But let me
person
point
ever
to
had a
this.
successful sleight of hand check to check what was there.
You literally groped me.
Yeah.
Literally.
And that is up to the person who found that information out to
I'm not
reveal.
saying anything.
So
I had a caterpillar Mark didn't know about this fucking dude for like a year, so it's fine.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
it's
I just saw you talking to yourself a lot, and I assumed that was
normal.
normal.
Yeah. Which it's not too much of a stretch.
No, it's not.
Yep, my character was pretty fucking stupid.
I just can't believe that, like, your first real attack, I mean, like, you punched my character first, but your first real attack was a nat 20.
Yeah, get fucked.
Yeah, that wasn't cool.
You hit me with a weapon.
You punched me.
No, you hit me with a weapon first.
No, you punched me, then I hit you with a weapon. That's how it worked.
I honestly don't remember.
I remember.
I feel like I was slighted in this, and then I still won.
It's with Kyle. Like, if you guys actually remember, I trust you guys on that.
I don't recall.
Yeah, so Mark is the only one claiming to know, so I'm
I
gonna go
may or
with
may
Mark
not
here.
have thrown the first punch.
Yeah.
I believe that you did throw the first punch.
Yet again, he's the only one who has any remembrance here, so it's like, I trust him implicitly. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brecken? Who threw the first punch?
Oh, don't drag me into
Out of these two, who would throw the first punch?
it.
Why do I feel like she's gonna say me?
Get fucked.
Huh?
You know what? I respect the I don't recall, but I was probably justified attitude that Kyle has.
Hey. Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was just like, I mean, really, we fought for the sake of fighting because it wasn't supposed to turn into a campaign. It was
No.
supposed to just be roll up characters and fight to the death.
Yeah, and then
That's why I was confused as to why you punched me when the whole The process of this was a fight to the death.
IRP.
His
I'm bad at-
character
I
was
don't do
dumb from the
voices, but
beginning.
I do play my. Yep. I don't do voice or anything, but I will play my
And
character
then
to its extreme.
Sky joined TeamSpeak, so I quickly
Yep.
made a character for Sky.
And that turned into a campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went. I made a broke-ass character for Sky.
Oh yeah, he could do like anything. It was fine because Princess Consuela wasn't around that much.
No.
Guy looking at you.
Well, hold on. I'm still above Kyle, right? Listen. I am
Overall, yeah.
superior.
During the D&D era, Kyle, I think, missed, like, an episode.
Yeah, probably.
I like C&D.
I think I missed like what 3 or 4 maybe.
Yeah, not many.
Not many. I was very. That was also when I wasn't working weekends, so
Yeah.
makes it pretty easy to show up to.
There you go. I think out of everyone who was on it, Kyle's a brother missed the most episodes.
Yes.
Yep.
Because he was on, like, 3.
He also has an news campaign, which he set up in real life.
Oh. Huh.
He got everyone like interested in it. He's only been to one episode of it, one showing, one thing,
Session.
one game.
Mhm.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. One session.
Oh.
I don't know words.
Oh no,
It's
we're.
because we were talking about Kalman.
Yep.
And
Two facts though, I actually asked people at work whose English is like their second or third language for words. Like, I will ask Ornat, and he is like all the way from what fucking country is that? Uzbekistan, so like Russian as shit. And Viet, who's Vietnam, and then his second language was like French or some shit like that. And I'll ask him for words too. I'm like, what the heck am I thinking of? He's like, this? I'm like, no, this? Yeah, thank you. Fuck.
it's like, oh, Kyle, how many languages do you speak? Like, half.
Yeah.
Half of a
I speak
language.
Valley, bud, okay? Which is literally what I say there all the time.
Which equals about half English, yeah. That's,
Yeah.
um,
There's a guy from New Zealand who could not understand me. He's like, I am so sorry, but I can't understand what you're saying. And he's like speaking perfect English. And I'm like, I was just tired that day and like no coffee or anything. And I was like, sorry, bud, from the Valley. He's like, I don't know what that means. I'm like, okay, I'll try again.
Let me use smaller words.
Yeah. Like people from Hong Kong, bitch less. You know what I mean? Singapore. Mostly because they don't have to listen to me. They just assume I know what I'm talking about. And then they're like, I'll just follow up with an email after. Literally, no, I'm mumbling to myself about nothing. Woo! Happens all the time.
Beautiful. Now I'm just thinking about the D&D campaign that we did for Background Noise, and I'm like, anytime someone didn't show up, they were just sleeping the entire episode.
Oh yeah, they were just like, Drindar was passed out in the back of the caravan. Everyone else move on.
He's been passed out of the back. Oritz was asleep in the cart for like months at a time.
God, yeah.
Oritz was Chris's character. Mark's character is named Drindar.
Zaxthroth with way too many X's.
It was like 3. Maybe
Yeah,
4.
there's 4.
And there was a
there's-
few Z's too.
There was a Z, like 3 X's, 2 A's, another X, and then Throth.
Yeah, mouth.
Yeah, that was just the randomizer giving me a name for it, and I'm like, okay, that's too many consonants, but okay.
Hey, and he became one Drindy boy.
Became one Drindy boy, a middle-aged, loveless dragonborn. Doesn't want to be angry anymore, but is a barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
just
actually a
looking
really nice
for
character.
love.
I liked all of your guys' characters a lot, though.
Yeah,
Dude, Callan's actually still my favorite character, man.
Dude, Kalman will always have a special place in my heart.
Right? I'm the retarded midget with a Dynax that kills fucking everything.
Yes.
And talks to a caterpillar.
And you have
Mostly
a
talking to a
caterpillar.
caterpillar.
It's amazing. The caterpillar and the goats were the main characters, actually, though. You have to understand.
obviously.
100%.
Brecken heard the goats scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
that
no.
was
Tony. Why?
Fire!
Fire! Fire!
Fire!
Fire!
Oh my god, yeah.
That was my
Hey,
favorite
goat, what are you
thing.
doing? Eating grass.
Grass!
I loved that. I
Fucking
learned
right
how to
talking
talk
this goat.
to animals. That was like the best subclass I could have gone. I literally took that subclass just so I could talk to the goats. It's like you can ritual cast speak with animals, so I'm like, okay, this is so worth it.
And then he decided to speak to the goat.
Fire! Fire! Fire bad! Fire bad!
My favorite part is because I looked up and goats have very little intelligence in the D&D world. So,
Yeah.
like, he's not going to be able to form, like,
Coherent.
sentences. He's just going to
Yeah.
scream.
Like, hungry, sleepy. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Fire bad! Fire bad!
Hey, that's survival, guys.
It is.
That goat had a good head on its shoulders. Didn't have a brain in that head, but it
Had plenty of grass in that head.
it really did. It knew fire was bad. Do you remember what you named your goat?
God, no, I don't.
Because I can't remember what the goat's names were. Kyle's goat's name changed every episode.
Oh, yeah.
To be sure.
Correct. Yep.
Which just matched Calvin, though. Because
Calvin wouldn't remember what he named
a goat.
goat
no.
anyway.
The fact that he
That
remembered he
is-
had the goat, I'm very impressed. One of my favorite things was I gave Oritz an SCD.
You made him do a constitution check,
Yeah.
and he failed. And he got an STD.
Those
Yeah, he slept with the shopkeep's assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yep. The alchemist assistant, I think.
Yeah. No, well, yeah, kind of. Potion maker.
Yeah.
He
Not an
made,
alchemist.
he had like hundreds of potions and he was lonely because his wife left him.
A chemist. What the fuck am I thinking of? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that one.
His name, I'm pretty sure, was it Merlin?
I thought it was Mervin.
Mervin. Oh, it
Mervin.
was. Mervin.
Yeah, he was Mervin, and then there was another one called Merlin, who was the one that took his life.
Yeah.
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 Took his
I thought
wife
he was his
had
brother or
another
something.
business.
Yeah.
He just wants to talk about his potions. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. Mervin was a cool guy.
He was just a bit sad.
I don't remember, who was, like, the autistic character that I made? You guys remember that?
That you made.
That, like, he was, like, another shock. It was the music store guy.
Music store guy. Yeah.
That, like,
Or the bookstore,
he could
or whatever
only
it was.
form fully functioning sentences while playing music.
Yes.
Right.
But it was a bookshop, I think, wasn't it? And then
What?
he just always had to do music for it.
I don't remember, because I know, he interacted with Oritz, so I think he was just at the instrument store or whatever.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. 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 Good times.
Yeah.
And, Brecken named the snake.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you named the snake?
Serpentina Kiss.
Yes. Queen Serpentina.
And then
Hissy fit.
then you did it, and I was like, oh, well, I mean,
And that character showed up multiple times.
Yeah.
It assisted them in the fight, too. at
We
one
should
point.
save this from one of them, yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, why did I say this thing? Because Queen Serpentina Hissy Fist would be carried away on like a throne by smaller snakes.
yeah. Like of all the allies to have, it's one that has no arms or legs.
Yeah.
But it can bite.
Yeah, she's here to help.
And Nathan's character was the first to befriend it.
God, I'll be honest. What was Nathan's character's name?
Gil?
Gil. That was it.
Gil.
And he wanted to be a wizard eventually.
Yeah, that was a cool thing.
And
A
yeah,
dwarven cleric that wished he was a wizard. Yeah.
he also like one-shotted me with necrotic damage.
Yeah, he was very broken. Most of you guys are very broken.
Yeah.
By that I mean I think all of you are very broken.
I mean, Tony, you gave us special tea that permanently boosted our armor class.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something that we did.
Well, stuff like that is because I usually roll so well that I'm like, I don't want to kill my friend.
You can take the +1.
Yeah, Tony, I don't know what your luck is, but both characters that you've rolled up in my campaigns have been, like, absolutely busted.
You've had to nerf, I think, both of them.
I have. I've
Yeah.
had to nerf both of them, and even after I nerfed them, they were
busted.
still busted, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's this set of die, because I brought this die out again, and I think the first roll I rolled was like an 18. And I'm like, you still have the magic. No, they're just beautiful. Like, they're endowed with my magic and RNG luck.
Typically, you only need 2 good rolls of the entire setup. Yeah, so.
Yeah, like, I don't know, if everything's above a 10, you're in really good shape, to me. Like, I really dislike having negatives and things for my characters.
You picked a human the first time specifically because you got +1 and everything.
Yeah. That's 100% true. Because I really did not want to have, like, a negative in something. Even though, like, it's like, but you don't use this. It's like, yeah, but, like, that negative number there.
You see that minus sign right there? That's no good.
I don't like it. Oh, man. D&D's a good time. Fun time. Fun time was had. I do think at one point I do want to come back to that campaign.
The first one?
Yeah,
Or
all
the
of
second
them,
one?
actually.
Both of them. Yes. Well, let me handle some personal matters first, and then, then we'll see how much free time I have.
Yeah, see, like, that's the issue. It's like I want all of the D&D, because I also want to come back to the background noise one eventually, too.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun.
I also have a question specifically for, people who I could see in person. So, would you rather continue our old campaign, which I'm down for, or I've been writing up homebrew rules for ship combat for a pirate campaign?
Ooh. I would leave that vote to the group because I'm super okay with either. Yeah.
I already have a swashbuckler.
Did you have a swashbuckler that has firearms? Because I'm going to be incorporating firearms into the next campaign.
My Pokemon does.
Yeah.
So, by the way, in camping at work, there's a guy who works weekends, so he only gets to come with us for an hour during his lunch break. So Dave gave me a ring that can summon Dread Pirate Collins, and I call him my Pokemon. And he has a pistol. Like, nobody else. He's literally playing like a homebrew pirate class. So that won't exist in the rest of the campaign. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically just for him.
Specifically just for him, yeah.
Because he didn't know how to play either, right? He just thought it was cool, and he's like, yeah, let's go.
Do you want to know who I miss?
Who?
It's Pleiades.
Aw, Mark. Those are
You always joke that, you had so many backups ready for, if I killed off your character, but I'm like, I don't know if I could ever kill off Pleiades. She's too special.
Aw, special's definitely... Yep.
The correct way to describe her, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
You were just, so naive. Oh, no.
What happened?
That would be Sky.
Sky doesn't count now because he never got introduced.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
But, yeah, no, I could never kill off your character, Brecken. How could I ever do that?
That's...
She was adorable.
What is it?
Oh, the
You were what,
character?
a wood elf cleric?
Yeah, she was a wood elf, from a family of basically cultists that
And she
followed
worshipped the zygote.
the zygote, and she was like
Oh my god.
a Jehovah's Witness meets like a chipmunk. Like
Oh no.
her whole character is just like, oh, all hail the zygote. The whole campaign.
Have you ever heard of the
Straight
zygote?
from the Feywild. Just right over there. Okay, I see how it is.
Yeah, but Tony's character was actually from the Feywild.
But who's fits it more?
Hmm?
Who's fits it?
Well, yeah.
Feywild's a fucked up place, man.
Feywild is a fucked up place.
All like I didn't even really get into the lore or anything because Mark was just like, oh yeah, no, you can have your own deity, just don't make it like OP. And I'm like, boy howdy.
Yeah, I'm like, look, the way I see it, like, the gods that they have laid out are like the major gods. You can make up your own minor god. I don't mind.
Got it. Fertility and resilience. Zygote.
It's a three-eyed
You
goat
can have lots of babies.
that represents the circle of life. That was kind of it, yeah.
I just
Um,
I liked
Well,
having
possibly.
the backups just like set. Because
Yeah.
then it's just like, nope, it's just a bunch of different kinds of crazy.
You know what I loved
Nice.
was your backstory of, like, how pretty much they had to marry someone off, so they married you off because you were the most useless. Part of that marriage was to give up your religion, which you didn't do, so you just left.
Yeah.
User entered your channel.
God, that was hilarious. Nice guy.
Hey, hey,
Welcome back.
hey, Optimum.
Did you say Optimum?
Yes.
Okay, I gotcha.
what class were you, Brecken?
I was a cleric.
Okay.
Bobby
Were
on
you,
here.
were you what cleric was it? A life cleric.
Yep.
You did so many heals.
Nope. The holy word of the zygote.
Holy word of the zygote, indeed. I remember, like, everyone's characters' names. Not the issue.
I don't actually remember my character's name.
Tempest, I think.
Tempest, that was it. Because Tony, when I think of, Tony's character, I still think of Nylum.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I couldn't remember your new character's name. Tempest, okay, that was it.
I just remembered that I was the type of elf that like I could change like
Every morning you would change between 4 seasons, and each season had a slightly different personality.
yes. And you guys never met Summer.
You never brought out Summer.
No.
I also like how one of the first magical items you found was a cloak that could change length and color.
It was amazing.
And it worked perfectly because you would change your color and, like, some features every morning.
Yeah, so like the robe always matched me no matter what.
No matter what, yeah.
So it's funny the colorblind person had probably the most color coordination.
I'm so happy that I actually gave you goosebumps that one time with the when you got
Yeah.
to the pond.
That was
That's like, make a perception check. Okay. Oh, you rolled high enough. You see tiny footprints leading into the water.
it's like, oh, it's never good.
It's like, oh no.
Oh, that was a lot of fun. I
Yeah.
feel like with as like chaotic as all the characters were, you really corralled everybody into actually moving the plot. So that was.
I mean, the good news is none of your characters are actually assholes. So when I say children are going missing, you guys are like, oh no, children are going missing.
Imagine
Not
if we were
the
like,
children.
imagine if we were like, and walk away.
That was
Getting
my
paid
character
for
literally
it?
when it came to work.
Uh,
Oh, there's people going missing. Okay. And their kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
But there'll be candy.
Tony-
Okay, let's go.
Tony, you did the stupidest thing ever with your character, which was running like a full minute ahead of the party
mm-hmm.
into the underwater cave.
Uh-huh.
You almost died.
Yeah.
Did you finish that fight with like 2 health?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was... It's only because you had like such high hit points and you were a barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
God. That was a fun little camp. I do really want to start it up again. I
Yeah.
had plans for it, but
That was
I
a
know.
whole lot of fun, to be honest.
yeah.
It was good.
I loved your guys' characters. I wish Jacob showed up more though.
Yeah, that was. I liked his character a lot. But yeah, just he never showed up.
Yeah.
I also really liked Adam's character.
Oh god, that accent was.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. And he got like the bells, the 7 bells.
Yes.
And he's like, what do these do? And he finally like played them for an extended period of time. And then that's when he found out what the magic item did.
I like how every time we would go to, was it Gorg? Was he the
item seller?
Gorn.
yeah, the item seller?
Gorn.
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 Yeah.
Gorn's shack.
You'd sell him a skull every time, Brecken.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, no.
Like just so many different skulls.
The Pleiades is just like this tiny girl, and she just collects trophies from her hunts.
Because you're from like a hunting family, so
Yeah, and it's all tributes.
Yep.
Yep.
every
Oh,
last
boy.
one of them.
Little unnerving.
Lying isn't okay. It's like, oh my god, shut up, please. That was
Your holy
hilarious.
symbol is just the skull of your fallen enemy.
No, it was goat horns.
I know.
Because I goat.
It's good.
I don't remember. I'm trying to remember which NPC you guys like kind of bullied.
Oh, kind of bullied.
Oh, I remember him.
What was his name?
Started with a J.
It was like the skinny robber guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like a thief, and you pretty much he started running, and you full tilt sprinted and tackled him to the ground, and you were like, "Why you running?"
Yeah. What was his name?
Oh my god, I don't remember.
Uh,
I'm still not gonna spoil the secret that only Tempest knows about. Because he took the time to get to know some NPCs and learned a
Yeah.
secret or two.
yeah, like I actually really like Mark made everyone else leave the room.
I mean,
Nice.
it was definitely a plot point that some people might not like, or their characters, I might say, might not like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, everyone leave the room because I need to have a private conversation with Tony and see how his character reacts to this plot point.
It was very interesting, and that is something that I have not forgotten.
Oh, yeah.
Cold.
I did not tell
Yeah.
a soul still, by the way.
You did not tell a soul.
Yeah. Like,
God.
whether
okay.
in game or real
Once-
life, Mark.
Once I have time, which I will, once certain things end, a very specific thing ends.
Oh, really? Yeah, I wonder what that could be.
I wonder what that could be. But once that's over, honestly, I'm gonna dig up my old notebook and start writing some plot points down again. See if I can get the group back together.
I still have my coin that says N7.
Right, yeah.
my play piece.
Yeah, your little play piece.
Yeah. For
Why would you ever do that,
the
Tony?
first campaign, I was the only one who actually made one.
Yeah, I literally said, I'm like, it takes you guys like 10 minutes to just print out a little symbol and then tape it to a piece of cardboard.
Yeah. No.
And you were the only one who actually did.
I see.
I was-
See?
It was janky, but I'm like, well, I still did it.
Did, and I was happy because it was a unique play piece and you didn't have to worry about, okay, who's taking the quarter, who's taking the nickel. Like,
Who's using
God.
this pen? It's like, luckily we have 4 pins here.
Truthfully, maybe because it depends on who actually comes back for the next part of the campaign. I might just include the pirate campaign into
Ooh,
the current campaign
that'd be cool.
because you guys are surrounded by water. Like, you guys are technically on, like, the equivalent of Australia.
Truthfully, like, if I had to, like, vote which one we do, like, I miss Brecken's character way too much.
Oh my god, Pleiades was a gift to the world.
Yeah. Like, for, like, not being, like, sure that, like, how good at, like, I guess, role-playing your character, you were probably the best at role-playing your character.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's because
And,
I went, oh, I can
remembering
be
their
dumb as hell.
backstory, cough, cough, Jacob.
Yeah.
God, I was like, I try to avoid like characters having like specific overpowered like role play elements.
Yeah.
So Jake's whole character was he's like the daughter of a chieftain, and I'm like, okay, well you're going on a journey, so you're leaving your clan, and that's why you're going to this town. But Jacob never wrote it down. So when we actually came to introducing our characters, he's like, I'm coming home from a journey to my clan, and I'm like, no, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
That's way too much roleplay power. You're literally like the daughter of like the owner of the land, and no, that's a no.
Oh no!
Way too much power for one person. No.
Side note, by the way, BDQ's at 2.1 million right now. They still have like 6 hours left. Fuck, like it's come so far. I remember watching it was like
games on quick.
Cap out at like, yeah. I remember they capped at like $1 million between both. You know what I mean? Now they're at like 4 million for both.
That's crazy.
Fuck. Yeah, see it twice a year, right?
I think they do it twice a year. Yeah.
They do, yeah. They do it once in January for Prevent Cancer Foundation, and then once in the summer for Doctor Supporters.
Nice.
Yeah.
I also kind of miss Angel's campaign a little bit.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude, Darian Fellwind was a character that I really want to play again.
Yeah. What was my character in that one?
Vicarian.
Vicarian, that's it.
Because we were long lost, like, kind of adopted brothers who somehow had very similar names, Darian and Vicarian.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
That's serious. And, like, we were brothers in the sense, but I don't think we were not birth brothers.
No, we were raised at the same orphanage, and we were, like, the best of friends, so... And we were both tieflings.
Yeah.
The guys went with, like, yeah, we're kind of brothers.
Yeah. Which was a lot of fun. And we were, like, the only 2 characters other than Eric, like, who went to every session, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be weird if Eric didn't when it was at his grandparents' house, so...
I could see him doing it.
Yeah, it's the second show today. It was a good time. Good time with that.
I don't even remember what Kevin's character was.
Wasn't he like a monk?
I think he was a monk, but like I don't remember him like doing anything.
No, he didn't do anything. The only thing I remember is that his penis is a foot now.
Right, he did that.
Why?
Because
so Angel had this weird thing where like I mean it was interesting, but pretty much there was like 100 random bags in the world, and each bag had a different magical property. And one of the bags that we got was a bag of appendages. Where if you stuck something in, it became a different appendage. So, of course, he sticks his dick in, and it becomes a foot. And he can't get it back because it'll only change it to either a right hand, a left hand, a right foot, or a left foot. So that means he will never get his dick back.
Yep.
Why, Angel?
He I think his think his friend Sean made the bags, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Makes so much sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the cool thing was that because every bag was identical, you'd have to roll to see which bag you actually grabbed to try to open.
Which, one of the, Mark got the best bag, in my opinion.
Bag of levitation.
Yeah, bag of levitation, so he can just,
That became an interesting use for us to break into that one castle.
it was perfect.
I walked like a couple blocks away, climbed up onto a building, opened the bag of levitation, and then just walked on air over to the castle window.
Yeah. It's like he'll be here eventually, guys.
Yeah, and I'm like, toss me up a rope. And I got you guys to climb up through the window. That also meant that I couldn't get touched by all the zombies that were inside.
Yeah. He was
Grace, how could a zombie not touch you?
Well, I was floating in the air, so they couldn't touch me.
they don't have hops, Kyle.
So where exactly did it not touch them?
Everywhere.
They were not molested by the zombies.
No, I was
No,
not.
he wasn't, no.
Okay.
You see, the thing is, Tony, I feel like my character was slowly becoming, like, a new villain. Because I kept getting more powerful, and I'm like, I feel like Darian's kind of, like, starting to get a little, big-headed about how powerful he is. Like,
Yeah.
especially in that castle when I just had the ball of fire and I was just, like, mowing down zombies with a ball of
I
fire.
remember that, yeah.
I feel like he's starting to go a little bit mad with power, that he just keeps getting stronger.
That's always a fun dynamic.
Oh yeah, that was great.
But I'm excited. I'm excited to like play D&D again or DM again, just in general.
Mhm. You still have my starter set, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'll never lose that. It is in the safest spot.
It's at your house, under your mattress.
I gotta go. Curse you. No, yeah. Yeah, anytime someone lets me like borrow something, I make sure it stays super, super safe.
Mm.
I'm like, this will never get hurt. I love it forever. Good times.
Good times,
in the D&D land. I like how this episode just kind of became like reminiscing about D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
You guys remember what Mike and Paige's character name? I know
We
Mike
had
was Zelia,
Claris
right?
and
Mike was Zelia.
Zalia, who was a rogue, and Claris, who was a ranger.
Yes, yeah, there we go. Nice.
Yeah.
I'd probably like be interested in doing that again.
I mean, pretty much, it's been like a year, and I was planning on having an in-game year break. So it's like,
Aha.
So just do it literally. And it's like, nope, on purpose.
and you guys now have a little, like 10-year-old girl named Emily?
Yeah. We have a child.
Yeah. So, Tony, I, texted you and Mike
Brecken, you're
about
pregnant,
her little,
Yeah.
shenanigans that she was getting into. But only you responded.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that was part of the reason why, winter break didn't happen.
Yeah.
Was because after I got your guys' answers, I was going to tell Brecken and Paige,
But you never got the...
but I never got the confirmation of what she was going to do. Because truthfully, it was going to decide what she was going to get a first level in the class.
Oh. You see,
Like, it depends on everyone's answers what class she'd get.
I think I have, like, the time has given me a new answer. I think that, like, in that time period, I, would have been like, alright, so, you're gonna train with Pleiades during the days. And then
so
maybe
we
give
have
her a bit-
another cleric.
Yeah, so, and give her a bit more freedom to do whatever she wants, like, at nighttime. Like, as she's getting older. Because was she 10 or was she, like, 7?
She was 9, and then
so she would be
after
10
the year
now.
break, she'd
Okay.
be 10.
Yeah. Because I'm like, Pleiades needs all the followers
Oh my god,
for
I just remembered, like,
the zygote.
I'm remembering Pleiades, where it's like, do you have parents? It's like, oh my god, you don't ask the kid that.
Most don't. Pleiades does.
Pleiades does.
uh,
And then Pleiades pretty much just said, like, I'm now your mother,
yeah.
pretty much.
That's why there's like a part of me that like was like over this year. I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, you could be her mother.
Oh, you shouldn't say now I'm your daddy.
But actually, Emily's legal guardians are Tempest and Zelia,
Yeah.
because that's who she felt the most close to.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
That's why I'm like over.
Not from her perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of, like, forcefully adopted her, and,
Because that's the character.
Yeah. No.
yeah, I know,
Sorry.
I'm just saying, that's how the
Not gonna lie.
character would react, and I'm not punishing you. Yeah, in fact, I love your character, so, like, it's more
That's
just,
opposite of punish.
yeah,
That was the
I have
easiest.
not hit any of you with a
Okay.
random lightning strike.
Which she could do at any time.
Good. I have that power. The gods no longer love your character. Goodbye.
It's like, oh, what is this? Oh, the zygote came from the sky and shot lightning out of his horns at you. Whoops. That'd be fun to see, though. It's like, that would explain, like, if someone doesn't come back to the campaign. It's like,
That'd
alright,
be interesting.
you guys are all walking together. Oh, it's raining out. You guys start to run back. Severe lightning begins to start. Oh, what is this? Meryl didn't make it back? Oh, huge lightning. Oh, she's dead.
Aww.
Yeah, and I just remember Jacob's character was named Meryl. Like, I remember that
Yes.
because of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, every time I'm like, Meryl. I'm picturing, like, the Pokemon. Like, even though he was, like, a half-orc. Or she
Yeah.
technically was a half-orc.
She was a half-orc.
Yeah. But I'm still picturing
And,
little Meryl.
The smartest member of the group, I might add.
Oh, and they wanted everyone to know that.
Yes, all the time. They were like, yeah, I'm the leader, definitely.
Tempest is sitting there like, yeah, okay, bud.
Yeah, okay, sure. Leader.
Pleiades is sitting there like, I'm secretly the leader all along. They were all praised zygote.
Trace the zygote. Oh yeah, you guys still need to work on your building plans for your house.
Remember, like, you were drawing something, Brecken, a while ago. Like a year ago.
1,000 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys either have, like, so you guys got, well, I think, like, I gave you 2 plots of land, and I think you guys bought another, too,
We did, yes.
that you could have a large house and a yard.
Yes.
Because I'm like, you can either have a medium-sized house and a yard, or a large house and no yard, and they're like, how much is another plot of land? It's like, 100 gold?
It's like, let's
Sold.
do it! Oh, man.
Yeah, you guys have a sizable house and a backyard to match.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, bud.
Oh, fuck yeah, bud. You guys still have your character sheets?
Mine's definitely at my house.
Oh yeah, I don't mean on you,
Yeah.
but like, you know where it is?
Yes.
Pretty sure I do.
Okay. I will start thinking about what to do.
There is a shot that Brecken, did you guys ever keep like?
I think
I think they're in that binder wherever that is.
we capped them. It's just a matter of finding them. I have to check like
Oh God!
literally all my books.
I don't have Callan anymore.
Wait, what?
Oh no.
No. It's sitting on my phone anyway. Might have a sheet for it somewhere.
Wait. Let me see something.
Might still have like an outdated.
Wait, what?
Might still have like an outdated. What the fuck's it called? Sheet for it. Somewhere in the Googles.
Okay. Let's see.
Somewhere in the Googles.
Yeah. Oh. Do I not have any of these anymore? Because I've had them all bookmarked, and none of them are popping up. Oh. Well, if we ever go back to that, we'll make proper adjustments.
I still have my character.
Yeah, because Mark had his on his phone.
Actually, no, I don't have Drinder on my phone. I did save the Google Drive. I mean, not the Google Drive, just the link. The character.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I think I have one of those laying around somewhere.
Yeah. I can actually whip that right now because it's on my keychain.
Ah.
I keep literally all my D&D stuff on a flash drive on my keychain.
Nice. Smart, honestly.
Yeah, actually, like brilliant.
Yeah. I have flash
I
drive
have
on my
Princess
keychain. I
Consuelo
just don't
saved.
put a
Are
lot
you
in it.
fucking serious?
What's that?
I have everybody's. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's Callan. I have Callan.
Okay, good.
Yep, I just pulled up Grindar.
Eventually, I'll have to get the links again, but not now.
I have Callan. I have Ritz. I have Lothar, Gil, Princess Consuelo, and Grindar.
There we go. Perfect.
I also still have HydroxideAnt,
That was from
Tony's character.
a campaign that you guys were doing that I was going to join, but I think it died.
Correct.
Yeah. Sadness. Was that the one Triton was DMing?
Then Triton left, so I had to start DMing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't you guys like kill a dragon? Then he said you couldn't kill the dragon.
Would have, yeah. So, essentially, I action surged a crit hard, and Sheldon crit on inflicting wounds, and Jack was doing barbarian things. So, Dragon got really hurt. Dragon really should have fucked up, but whatever, was really hurt. So it's supposed to try and leave. However, it was Chris's turn. Chris used Sagittarius Laughter. Dragon just flies away anyway. When it should have fallen to the ground.
Laughing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So.
My God.
That's kind of, not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
They're like, well.
if
okay.
they do that to like a character who's supposed to be around later, it's like, well, you gotta improvise, motherfucker. Like.
It really has all three situations in the.
Oh, was it
the
like
book.
pre made campaign too?
It was, yeah. 'Cause I read it after. I'm like it's supposed to run away at half health, sure, but like this would have knocked it down because you can understand language. Yeah. just yeah, like it has different XP bonuses for whatever you do. If you run away, if you get it to halfway and it runs away, or if you do kill it, there's different levels of XP you're supposed to get.
Huh.
So, and we were doing SP based on that milestone, so we kind of needed that tag, but whatever.
It's like, hey, we deserve this.
Yep. And then I took over as the aim and killed Chris.
Nice.
Hey. To this day, he still has a fear of owlbears. Literal crit and then rolled max damage.
Oh.
And he's like,
Insane.
well, because he walked up there with like single digit fucking HP and hit it before the barbarian did. So I'm like, well, Chris, you're getting attacked.
Uh-oh.
That's fair. And I'm like, okay, what's your total HP? He's like, oh, I'm at like 8 right now. I'm like, no. What's your total HP? He's like, 31? I'm like, you're dead.
No!
he's like, what? Like, you're dead. Like, no death saving throws and nothing. You are dead right now. Your lifeless corpse falls to the floor after being pecked and scratched.
Oh my god.
No!
Like, oh,
There really is just some unfortunate, randomness where, like, you really could just roll a nat 20 against your players and full damage.
Yep.
That's like,
Well, the best of that was there was literally a scroll of revivification in the corner of the room in the chest, which the party did not search after killing the owlbear, and decided to just run Chris's lifeless body back to the shrine to pay for it to get resurrected.
Did it work?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
why
that
we
happened.
don't trust owlbears anymore.
No.
But there was like actually the spell of like the scroll of revivification, which would have brought him back right there in the same room. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Sheldon found it after, and I'm like, eh. He's like, what? I'm like, remember this room? He's like, oh, fuck, son of a bitch. I'm like, there it is.
It's like, if you guys had just looked around, like...
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, D&D's a fun time, guys. Fun time and sad.
Yep. Actually, I almost killed them again, too.
Oh god.
They walked up to like a bunch of zombies and like this green skull thing, like fire skull. It's like essentially like a wizardish. Anyway, at like a high level, but they just kind of walk up it, clumped together, and I'm like, yeah, it casts fireball on you,
Oh, no.
Oh no.
and they rolled above average damage. They failed their dex saving throws. Chris and Sheldon are instantly knocked out. Derek lives with 1 HP by using Goliath passive.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's an oof.
Yeah, it's real.
Derek's like, well, I just take them, 1 in each arm, and fucking run. This is Goliath, so you can have like a carry to a fucking 1,000 or some bullshit. It's like, okay, whatever, yeah. They run back to a room they'd already cleared, lock the fucking door, like barricade it. You make sure you barricades it. I'm like, okay, good, because they're gonna try and break that down.
My god.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things
Good
was
times.
Mark in our campaign. Was it our camp? One of our campaigns. Jacob built like a half wall or something.
Oh no, he did minor illusion against to put up a fake wall against a horde of skeletons. But skeletons, being very stupid, just continued to try to walk, and because it's only an illusion,
That's
they
amazing.
just walked straight through it.
Yeah.
That, oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's content.
It's like, against something more intelligent, it might have worked.
Yeah.
Skeletons just see people
literally
over
too
the half
stupid.
wall and just keep walking.
Yeah. That's fucking funny.
It's like, he tried. Like, I even gave up my turn for that.
Yeah, you did give up your turn for that.
Because he was like, I have a really good idea. And he was like super serious about it. And I'm like, alright, I'll pass my turn.
Remember how you guys almost killed someone because of a lying imp?
Yeah. Until
Yeah,
I asked,
nice.
until I made an insight check or whatever.
Yeah, you made an insight check because it literally said like, oh, it requires like a sacrifice. Like you need to kill one of like these like 6 unconscious people to bring the other 5 to life.
That was the first campaign that we did, that you DM'd, where I was part of, and I was sitting there the entire time going like, is anyone else gonna say give an insight check? Because that was a campaign where like most of the players wouldn't do anything.
Yeah,
Um,
and it was literally like, it did require a sacrifice, but could be as little as just like a drop of blood. Not like you have to
Yeah.
kill them. The imp was just trying to convince them to kill someone.
yep.
Because of him sitting over like it.
Yeah, and then Tony, I honestly think it was your character that like just took a dagger and like literally you like pricked your finger, and it's like everyone wakes up, everyone's fine. You guys almost killed an innocent person.
It's just like I go over, I prick my finger. It's like, all right, yeah, that's it. Because I'm just begging, I didn't say it out loud, but I'm just begging someone else to make an insight check.
Yeah. I mean, you want the other people to like try to role play.
Yeah, because it's
Oh god, I just remembered how I gave you guys in like the newer campaign, I gave you guys like a powerful magic item, but Tony just didn't trust it, so he just broke it.
That was bad, guys.
what was it again? I don't remember it.
It was like a giant
It was that
scepter
staff
thing.
from the hag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, the scepter, and it would. Let's see. It would maintain concentration on dancing lights, so you always had a source of light that you didn't need concentration for.
Yeah, I was very sad about that after it happened.
Cast Ray of Sickness, I think like 3 times a day.
That's the shitty part about really getting into a character.
No, but that was 100%. Hi, Nathan.
Howdy.
That was 100% me role-playing my character, though.
Yeah,
So,
that's completely fine.
yeah.
I'll try to give you less evil-looking magic items next time.
Yeah.
Like, it looks pretty evil. Okay, I'm gonna break it. What?
I don't think anyone stopped me either.
No, but it did cause an explosion and almost kill
said,
people.
"Oh, maybe we should just inspect it," but I'm like, are you physically stopping me?
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, no one could physically stop Tempest.
Yeah. So it's like, alright, I'm breaking it. And that's how it'll be. Nathan, we've been basically just reminiscing about D&D this entire time.
Oh, cool. I just
We brought up Gil.
just got back from D&D actually, which is why I was late.
Ooh, what character are you playing?
I'm playing a warlock now.
Okay.
In this campaign, Elijah's
You mean
DM
Eldritch
for this
Blast?
campaign.
Okay.
Obidan.
Yeah.
And Connor Games are fun. If you remember him,
Yeah, I
he's
remember
playing in
him.
it too.
Yeah.
We have a couple other friends playing. The whole idea behind this warlock is he doesn't want people to know that he's a warlock, and he's
Was
just
that Eldritch Blast? I'm confused.
he's just trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this dude talking to him, giving him these powers.
So Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
I like that a lot. I really
As far
do
as I know,
enjoy
it's literally all
characters that are
warlocks
like,
do.
I don't want anyone to know this is what I am.
Yeah.
Do they actually get stronger though, Nathan? I have no idea. Like, as far as I know, they only can Eldritch Blast, and it does like a fucking D10.
It does a D10, and then it gets more beams as you level up.
Okay.
So you make it's like magic missile. You like make more ranged spell attacks and stuff.
Gotcha.
And I was enlightened the other day by the warlock sorcerer build, where
Yep.
you use quickened spell to make the next spell you cast only use a bonus action. So you get basically to cast 2 Eldritch Blasts in one turn, and depending on how many beams that is, that can be like 8 to 10 beams.
Yep. And if you use more sorcery points, You can double the range. So you can make it fucking, what is it, 600 feet?
And
No, it's 120 feet, but you can take actually. No,
the
60
social
or
thing.
120.
Eldritch Lance
Yeah,
boosts the
Eldritch
range.
Lance
I think.
boosts the range up to 300,
Yes.
and then with sorcery points you can double it.
That's how it gets to 600. Okay.
And there's also a feat that can called Spell Sniper that I think also doubles the range and ignores half cover and 3/4 cover.
That one, yeah.
Then you can get Agonizing Blast, the Eldritch Invocation, so that your Eldritch Blast also applies your Charisma modifier to its damage rolls.
Yep.
And it applies for each beam.
Individual roll,
Yeah,
yeah.
so each of those beams is a D10 plus your Charisma.
When do they rank up? What levels?
The usual, I think it's like 5, 11, and 17.
So it's a while then, okay.
Yeah, but like, 17th level, it's like you're firing, with the Quicken spell, you're firing 8 Eldritch Blasts at a range of
1,200 meters or whatever the fuck
1,200
it is.
feet.
Yeah. 1,200
And
feet.
each one can add your Charisma mod, which by then is probably +5. So if all of them hit, it would be 8d10 plus 40.
So
So
a little bit more than a Descending spell, which is a level 6 spell.
Yeah. And it's a 1,200 foot range, so it's like, oh, I can see through the window in that castle, like, a ways away. I'm just gonna one-shot the king. Yep. That's what I'm gonna do. You make some broken builds. It's fun.
I heard broken. That sounds fun.
One day I do want to just make, like, a meme build and just, like, try to make the most janky, like, one-dimensional broken-ass character ever.
Those are Barbarian. One of the two. No, what is supposed to be super broken? It's that, something about Polar Master. Anyway.
Polar Master and Sentinel.
Yeah.
Oh, Sentinel.
You'd also probably take Great Weapon Master. You can add that.
You have to take Great Weapon Master and Great Weapon Fighting. You have to have at least a point in Fighter if you're going to go barb with it.
Yeah.
You can take the Great Weapon Fighting. Yeah.
Man. Absolutely reckoning. Like, some little gnomish barbarian who takes
one I
Great
made for
Weapon Fighter.
The one for my other ones,
Master.
even like more OP. So I made it the Fighter because my Barbarian died in the other campaign.
Wow.
Because yeah, everyone else in my party is fucking useless, right? Like we have a wizard and a druid and like level 2, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a rogue who doesn't know what he's doing. So like we have a wizard who casts fucking True Strike. You know what I mean? Like that's how useless.
Ooh, that's
literally a waste of a spell.
How about Blade Ward? Does it cast Blade Ward?
Dude, True Strike's literally like give advantage on your next attack.
And it
But why not
requires
just attack
concentration.
twice?
Yeah,
Why not just attack twice? It's literally the same, like, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, so we walked into a room with 4 humans and I got double attacked to death after, like, clearing out a bunch of shit. I ran out of rages. So I killed 3 bugbears before that. And fuck what else is in the rooms before that? I don't know. There's a bunch of shit. Yeah, I was out of rages in a room with 4 humans and just got double attacked 8 times and died.
Let's see. The most fun build that I ever had was I played a cleric fighter lizard folk.
Oh.
Literally, I went like I did like a 1 versus like 40 something skeleton army and held out. Just by casting my spells the right way.
Yeah, so cleric literally has like a thing that can just clear them all, right?
Well, yeah, that, but I wasn't high enough level yet to do Destroy Undead, so all I would do is have them run away for a minute, so that doesn't really change anything.
Yeah.
But I did have high enough spell to cast Spirit Guardians. And I cast, I think, like 2 stone pillars, so it funneled them in an already tight hallway so they could only come through one at a time. And then I had Spirit Guardians going. I was just like killing each individual skeleton that came through. And it's like I pretty much eliminated an entire skeleton army by myself.
Nice.
It was like the coolest thing I think I've ever done as a character.
Sounds pretty badass.
Aku Garrosh was a totally badass cleric fighter.
Strong boy.
And yeah, Tony, I'm not going to take Great Weapon Master until level 6 on this character.
Oh, okay.
So it's not as broken as level 4, but it will be more broken at level 6.
Oh.
If that makes sense.
Good luck to them.
Like, by far. Like, they'll be just so much stronger.
You would destroy all.
And that's
Everything.
the goal.
What's your character's name in this one?
Wait, which one? The one with work or the one in the other group?
The one where you're gonna take Great Weapon Master at 6.
Krell.
Prowl. Destroy worlds.
Yeah.
My god.
The half orc. So I can't even get one tapped.
This boy is broken.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Okay, so on Thursday after work we played D&D, right? I have Rogue, who just I'm literally playing it as like CN, just like kind of do whatever the fuck feels fun. And then Chris is doing his normal bard thing. So like, I had seen like our next goal through a telescope whenever I fucked off from the rest of the group, and I saw like a side entrance to it. So whenever the group starts their way down there or whatever, there's like we're in this canyon and there's a river and blah. So I'm like, they're all like, okay, so like, can we figure out like how deep the river is? How blah blah blah. I'm like, I swim across the river. And Dave's like, what? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like my character's first thing is literally like, I don't pay attention to risks. Or I don't care what the risks are or whatever. So I go by that, and then so I make it across, and I'm like, but the current carries me like far first before I make it.
Yeah.
So I'm all on my own, and I like fucked off, like yeah. And like they're still trying to like figure out what the hell they want to do. So Dave's like, Kyle, you need a perception check? I'm like, sure. Like you hear footsteps coming towards you. I'm like, hey, is there a bush? He's like, yep. I'm like, I dive and hide into it. And since I'm a rogue, roll for stealth. Okay, nat 20. And since I have expertise in stealth, it's 28.
Yeah, yep, that'll
Yep.
do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it. But
It's like you disappear from this plane of existence. You can't even find yourself.
You literally could be anywhere.
Yeah. But so we had just finished fighting some birds, like giant vultures, before that. And when he asked how I want to do this to kill the one bird, because I hit it really hard after, I said I literally want to take one of its legs, like a trucker leg, cut it off. You know what I mean, like a drumstick. And so he's like, okay, so now you have a giant vulture drumstick leg thing, and so I had that with me still. So the hyenas that were, by the way, there, which were the footsteps, just still smell the meat. And I'm like, no. Yeah, I ended up having like kite them back, and then Chris wanted to come join me across the river, so he strapped a bunch of metal to him, and I have this magnet that I can activate. It's sort of like a magical magnet, I guess. Yeah. So I pointed at something and I can activate it and I can pull up to 100 pounds. If the thing I'm trying to pull is heavier than me, then I get pulled to it, and vice versa, right? So I'm like, okay, I just kind of dig in, and I grip it on Chris, because we're both halflings, so fuck it. James like, okay, give me a strength check to see if you can like hold your position in the beach, because you didn't tie yourself down. I'm like, no. Just winging it, you know? And yeah, but I magneted Chris at me. And everybody else is like, what the fuck are you two doing? And they all stayed on their side of the river because we have a map of the place. Like, we know what it actually is like, and we're not just guessing. We had no reason to cross the river. I just wanted to.
Those are like the best things, though. Like,
Yeah. Like, me and Chris fucked off on our own little thing. We found a door we tried to pry open that we could not open, and we weren't allowed to open. Dave told us later, like, literally, no matter what we did, it wouldn't matter. To open that door. And then, like, they had, like, fucked off and, like, almost died to, like, an attack of, like, how was it, gnolls and shit?
oh.
Gnolls are fun.
Yeah. They almost all died to it while we're like, yeah, this is door, though.
It's like, we really want to open this door.
Yeah. And they tried to buy time for us to go meet up with them again, but like, no, we're spending like 2 hours on this door.
My God.
It's a good time. I like it.
Good time was that.
Unfortunately, I do gotta head off for now.
Aw.
So,
Sky, you didn't even talk about your relationship problems.
and I refuse to do so for the next 6 months. Goodbye.
Bye,
6
guys.
months.
User disconnected from your channel.
So in December.
I was gonna say, you're gonna actually time that. It's like, so.
Can we put this, can we mark down this podcast number, please?
I mean, I can.
Thank you. That way I can bring it up to him in December. Sky, you promised.
No, I'm an ultimate
That
one.
counts,
I
right?
love this kind of thing. So, we really only talked about D&D. How is everyone?
Yeah.
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 That's so nasty.
I mean,
I move on Thursday?
I've vented enough, so.
Kyle, you move on Thursday?
Yeah.
Nice.
Where are you moving, Kyle?
To the city! Finally.
The city.
Yeah, it's like a literally brand new neighborhood. Like the houses are 2 years old. So I rented a place with my tech lead. And I don't even know if he's actually going to move in or not, but whatever. Everything's in my name, so it's fine. And I could afford it by myself if I had to. It would just be hard. I have to, like, probably budget. I don't like that, but whatever. Yeah, it'll be nice.
Nice.
I have the internet coming on Wednesday, and then the moving company's coming on Thursday. Get all my shit.
All that shit.
All the shit.
Are you excited, Kyle?
I have a lot, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Nice. Glad.
It'll be nice. I also have, like, I'll have to work, like, of my work week next week, like, Sunday is a normal shift. The Monday's, like, 6 to 11, so it's easy. Tuesday, we're going to, like, the largest water park in Canada because we have our, like, TAC event. That's what they call it. Like, once a year, we do this thing where the whole fucking place abandons itself, and we make Israelis take over for us.
Oh.
So, yeah.
So you get to go to water park.
And then we just go to the water park.
Fucking Kyle.
And
he
we are
gets
so
to go to
autistic
water park
nights.
for work.
He's living his best life.
I'm not even going to touch the water. I refuse. So one of the guys found out, hey, there's cabanas we can rent. I'm like, I am down. Don't care what it costs. Get me in. So it turns out these cabanas will hold up to 6 people that you can do for it. They are like exclusive and require bracelets or whatever for it, and they will have wait staff bring you food and booze, and there's Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna sit there with a battery bank, my phone, and Dota Auto Chess, and a bunch of booze.
Why not League Auto Chess?
Why not what?
League Auto Chess.
Because it's not mobile.
I mean, you're right.
He's like,
I'll
he's
see
like,
if I
you
can
right,
get
but
one
why do
more.
you got to bring logic into this, man? Like,
Yeah.
Yo, it's supposed to be an argument, not a debate. Like, be angry, not smart. God.
But it's for work, okay? I have to be smart about it.
fair. Oh, I'm to give Kyle that one.
I'm being paid to do this all day. Hello? Yeah. But yeah, my shift, we have those cabanas rented out. Just so we can be autistic, not have to go social with random other teams. It's great.
Amazing.
Yes.
What have you been up to, Brecken? In life?
Oh, in life? Well, art, just doodling.
Just doodling.
Yeah.
The straight dude.
Brecken, how are you doing in life?
I mean,
Are you winning?
I mean, it's good.
She has telling you, of course she's winning.
Hey.
That's adorable.
That is adorable. Also true.
Oh.
Aw.
Oh. I'm not crying, you
You
guys
guys
are
are
crying.
cute.
You're definitely crying.
Yeah, you're right.
No, I just need a happy and supportive relationship.
Mark.
What
Why?
was this one's name again?
Addison.
Alright, so no
I
more
think I should go back to Rachel's.
no more no more
It's just easier that way.
I've been thinking about making that joke for a while.
sick.
Okay, so what happened with the person?
I wouldn't even say it's a vibe anymore. I'd say I'm pretty well decided that she really doesn't give a shit about my happiness or well-being.
Yeah, fuck her. Except don't.
Sounds about right. Not.
So we'll see. And by we'll see, I mean I've kind of already made my decision that like the relationship's gonna end. It's more finding the right time to do it.
You mean the sex is the breaking up? I'm confused now. Okay, anyway.
The breaking up part.
Gotcha.
There was a bunny
So
involved.
how long has it been
so
going
he
on
has to
for,
be-
and why do you think she doesn't care?
He has to see
No,
the bunny
it's
for-
almost 5 months. And
5 months?
Yeah. I mean, it's not that long.
This is a long time for me.
Oh.
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 Well, by that I mean I can't see being around someone for that long. Yeah.
But you deal with us on a regular basis.
Seems like a lot of work.
So
He wouldn't say it was Greg though, I bet.
Well, that's different, okay?
Yeah.
Also, he abandoned me, and by that I mean he got a girlfriend.
Aw.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm sad. I mean, I'm happy for him, but I'm sad.
You're happy for him, but not for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now I see him less. He's busy.
What you should
But I am
do
moving
is,
way closer, so.
like, ask where he's going to take her out, and then just show up yourself.
Oh, that's so awkward.
I mean,
Oh, I
What do you mean awkward? That's the best plan ever.
I think so. Yep.
Oh, let me bring the chair over and let me just sit right down.
It's like,
Oh,
yo,
man, I
it's
didn't
like,
know
waiter,
you guys
could
were coming here
you send my
tonight.
check to theirs?
Oh my
He wouldn't
god.
even be mad because he'd think something was wrong because I went outside.
Are you okay? Do you need help, Kyle? Like,
You intentionally came to a place? What? Why? What is? Are you
Are you okay?
someone dead? Do you need help?
Blink twice
Yeah.
if someone's making you do this.
Pretty much.
God.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's beautiful. Oh man.
Best boy.
Alright, so on this note, Nathan, I know you haven't been here for very long, but I think I'm going to end tonight's episode. Background noise.
We didn't even ask Nathan about his relationship to this.
Alright.
Nathan?
Yep.
Fair enough.
All right, good
Oh, was
luck.
that your answer, or was that you just saying yes, name?
Yep.
Okay.
Howdy.
Fair enough. Go ahead, Tony.
I just love when Nathan comes in and says, howdy.
Yeah.
Alright, so this has been episode 286 of Background Noise, and Pickle Weasel, by the way.
I forgot to pickle.
Yeah, that's had a. There has to be at least one, or the world will blow up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's kind of
Correct.
high stakes for Pickle Weasels. Yeah, something doesn't add up here. This has been episode 286 of Background Noise. Thank you guys all for watching. And I'm going to end the recording. The live stream will be up for a little bit still.